So, good evening, sir. Good evening, classmates. We are going to discuss the chapter 16, which is how to make project management work in your company. We have here the table of contents that includes the introduction, fundamentals of project management, and how to make your project management work. So first, we are going to have the meaning of the project management. Project management is crucial for the success and efficiency of any organization. It plays a central role in ensuring that projects are completed on time, within budget, and according to specifications. Effective project management is essential for achieving organizational goals, ensuring efficient resource utilization, mitigating risk, and maintaining customer satisfaction. It provides a structured framework for planning, executing, and closing projects, contributing to the overall success and competitiveness of a company. Fundamentals of project management. Ikaw na.
So, fundamentals of project management. Uh, Businesses need to include things in performance reviews that assess how well a project manager uses the finest management resources. When someone uses the best practices, they should be rewarded. If not, they should be disciplined. However, exercise caution. Make sure managers are not being prevented from using appropriate approach by senior management. And having a basic training for the entire team is beneficial. Ultimately, if team members aren't familiar with the phrase WBS and you tell them it's something they need to do for their portion of the project, you can expect them to perform well. According to my research, team members only require roughly 2 days of training, but projects managers typically requires 3 or 4 days. Next slide. Uh, It is my observation that senior management ought to be brief on the principles so that they are aware of what is reasonable to anticipate. Senior managers' inflated expectations are among the most frequent reasons why projects fail. But I discovered that the majority of senior management managers are so busy that if you're lucky, you can only get them together for 3 hours. Finally, we have filmed a briefing and condensed it into an hour and 15 minutes, which should be sufficient for time-pressed executives to gain the knowledge they require to spearhead, and support the endeavor. Senior managers nowadays out to make the most of the plethora of online training opportunities at their disposal. And also, choose a project that already has a good chance of succeeding after the training is over. Don't choose your hardest task like likelihood of failure is too great. And have your trainer and consultant lead the team through the process. This is the hand-holding phase. And in my experience, as in the experience of several large firms I have dealt with, it is crucial having an assistant to help the team put what it has to learn into process and incredibly beneficial. Every new treatment seems strange the first time you try it, but the help of an outside specialist, things move more smoothly. Furthermore, an outsider may possess greatly objectively the team members. Next slide ulit. Incorrect in this specific case, even from an economic perspective. Pareto advice starting with your most pressing issues and resolving them before moving on to your less complicated ones. Though that doesn't sound like good financial sense, it ignores the likelihood that the largest issue, which also be the most difficult to solve, increasing the likelihood that people would quit out, fail, and grow discouraged. For their first game, no sports team in the 10th spot would want to take on the team in the top spot. Maybe the 9th or even the 11th ranked club would be preferable to face. Don't set up the team for defeat.
So we have here how to make the project management work. First, we have the MBWA, or the management by walking around. It says here is that we must engage in frequent MBWA as the project develops, focusing on being supportive rather than adopting a blame and punishment approach. Blame and punishment approach is a management or leadership style that focuses on assigning blame and meting out punishments when mistakes or problems occur. Acknowledge and commend individuals or bringing issues to your attention early on, rather than waiting until they escalate into crisis. Also, avoid rushing to provide assistance. Instead, allow people the space to address challenges independently. Simply encourage them to keep you updated and assure them that assistance is available if needed. Aim to serve as a valuable resource rather than adopting an authoritative stance. The second one is, if you identify a challenging team member, address the issue promptly. If you're uncertain about how to manage the situation, seek guidance from someone with relevant experience. Avoid neglecting the problem, as it has the potential to disrupt the cohesion of your entire team. We have here the do process reviews to learn and to try to improve whenever possible. Very understandable. And next, be very proactive, not reactive. Meaning, take an active, forward thinking approach. Assume a leadership role, removing obstacles for your team and advocating on their behalf. Next is, if you are overseeing a project where individuals are assigned temporarily but still report to their respective supervisors in a matrix organization, ensure that you keep those managers updated on their activities. Establish positive relationships with these managers, as their support may be crucial in successfully completing the task at hand. Have team members submit their presentations to senior managers. Give them credits for their contributions, build ownership. The last is, when it comes to tasks crucial to the project's critical path, you might need to strategically position the individuals responsible for those activities, as this prevents them from being frequently diverted to handle other assignments. This approach is increasingly employed by major corporations in managing highly significant projects today.
So, it says that it could be beneficial to think about establishing an office or project support person to handle all scheduling for your project managers. Instead of expecting everyone to become software expert, it might be more beneficial to train one or two individuals to a component level. With consumers receiving simply enough training to understand the software's capabilities. In this situation, project managers provide the support group with raw data, which is entered in the computer and returned with the timetable, which is then adjusted until it functions. The support team must handle all updates, what if calculations, and other tasks for the project managers. It also says that, likewise, designate an individual to serve as the project administrator. This individual either assigns or support the project. In addition, he assists the team in planning and audits by holding their hands, participating in project review meetings, and so on. Obviously, in order to be considered for this role, you should be managing a significant number of projects, at least 10 to 20. And someone like this can be useful when project managers lack management expertise, have trouble interacting with others, or both. Next slide nga ako. To learn about other firms' approaches to project management, compare them. Be aware that finding businesses that lack sound method does not justify you giving up on sound procedures yourself. I am aware of one very successful group corporation that does not keep track of the real labor invested in a project. On the other hand, the lack of work tracking will eventually cause issues. But the organization excels at a number of other things as well, and I have no problem benchmarking other areas as well. It also says, assign responsibly to people to represent different aspects of the project management process. Maybe designate a single individual as the earned value champion, who would then walk, walk about the business attempting to win everyone over the team's adoption on the same approach. The handling of WBS notation would fall to another, and so on. Okay, next na ulit. Join the Project Management Institute. Become a member of the Project Management Institute. Go to chapter meetings and get advice from other experts on the project management.
Okay, so how to make project management work? We have here the first, which says make an effort to stay updated on recent management literature and extract valuable insights that can enhance your job performance. Project management is a challenging role, and gaining knowledge from various sources can provide essential support. The second one, consider transitioning the organizational structure to a project-based model. Communicate to all functional managers that their purpose is to support the requirements of the project. While this shift may provoke resistance, with some expressing discontent or even resigning, in today's environment where the majority of organizational activities are project oriented, such a movie is a logical and pragmatic choice. Next, establish a dedicated project management function with assigned project managers. Just as not everyone engages in accounting due to varying skill levels, the same applies to project management. By formalizing it as a distinct function within the organization, you create an avenue for skilled individuals to specialize and excel in their roles. Last, we have the view project management as a challenge or even as a game. If it doesn't captivate you in that manner, it might lack excitement. Explore innovative methods, identify effective strategies, and retain them. Discard approaches that proved ineffective in order to enhance your project management experience. So that's all for the chapter 16. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in the next sem.
Bye!